Всем привет, с вами мы все продолжаем играть в эту игрушку. Ну что ж, нам надо, видимо, вот сюда. Поехали.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Офигеть.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Мусорка здесь.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Так, сохранение прошло. Там темно.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Понятно. Это уже не работает. Яйца развалились. Что нам сюда?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Не знаю. Стол висит, блядь.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Территория довольно большая. Там вот что-то мигает. Там лестница какая-то. Вряд ли нам туда.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Красиво как называется. Тоже все. Непонятно, что это было здесь. Вот. Но это что-то прикольное. Однако. Так. Лежанки. Водка, может быть, там лежит. В общем, вот такая вот история здесь. Теперь мы это все знаем. Мы все это увидели. Так, а вот он сам дом этот. В общем, мы из него выбрались. Там тоже что-то по лесу вначале ходили. Ну.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Отлично. Там свет горит. Дом, конечно, огромный. Так, вот деревья, которые мы по ним прыгали ночью.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Велик.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Да.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Питомцы. Хера их сколько здесь. Лягушка.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Молли. Свен. Эдди, по-моему. Понятно.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
На что смотреть-то? Таун. Погоди-ка. Вот.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Этот старый дом. Нет. Наверное, еще не все. Нет, все. Больше не работает это.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Корона.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Ясно. Погоди, а где Барбара? Ньютон. Ну ладно.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Поменялось все. Сохранение
But
сработало.
looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Что-то хрустит. Ха.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Мгм. Понятно.
They were both pretty intense.
Сохранение сработало.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Так, куда можешь залезть? Мать, не залазь. Как мне тебя назад вернуть? Мы еще здесь не полазили. Так, ага.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Ясно. Так. Пойдем записку посмотрим. Фотография какая-то.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are going to last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Байка. И что делать с ней? Сфоткать.
Shouldn't we be
Сфоткать.
leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Так.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw.
Что?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up.
Ты где?
Still freezing, though.
Птичку. Ага. Ага. Не канает, да? Что тут сфоткать-то, блядь?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Рыбалку, что ли? Нет. Нифига не рыбалка.
Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Да-да-да. Нашли.
I'm just saying, I'm not always going to be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was going to be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Я понял.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Ну да.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
А чё фоткать-то, тут никого нет?
We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Ага. Вот это.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Нет, нельзя. Не надо эту.
Give me a minute to check the map.
Что там? А, камень.
Let's see. Maybe.
Ужас. А чё надо-то делать-то?
Was it?
Никого нет.
Could have been.
Чё, ничего не понимать.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Птицу? Нет, птица не нужна. Хрен его знает, что им надо от меня. А здесь что-то. Да? Ще пиздец. Ну и камера. Нет, это тоже ни к чему не нужно. А что тогда? Тебе надо от меня. Я не понимаю, что они хотят от меня. Никого нету. Где хоть кто-нибудь? Так, а чё ж сфоткать-то, бляха? Чё же он хочет мне, чтобы я сфоткал? Никого нету. Хер его знает. Лес ему не нужен. Ничего ему не надо. Ты хоть скажи, что, блядь, надо-то, алло. Нет. Я не знаю, что надо. Я тут все перещелкал, что можно было. Слышь, что ж надо тебе от меня? Вижу. Точно, вот. Но
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Так я и не стреляю.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination.
Так, дальше что?
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Так, готово. И... Там кто-то плачет стоит. А что там происходит?
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Да. Блях, я ходить умею.
Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
Ёлка. И чё, как? Нам надо вдвоем сфоткаться. Успеть.
Dad, it's twitching.
That's totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Ёпта, мать, скинул он меня. Так. Ну, я понял, давай, можешь, мать, уберешь эти фотки.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Прекрасно. Закрывай. Сохранились. Ну, прости, да. Здесь мы все осмотрели. Поехали дальше.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Понятно, ясно. Так, следующий кто у нас? Так, сохранение сработало. Ага. Ясно.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Понятно. Можно возить.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Я понял. Так. Давай посмотрим.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Ножки маленькие. За ребенка говорю. И что дальше? Нахрен не хочу. Лягушка сама поплыла.
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to...
Ну, мать, давай,
Hold on,
высасывай.
sweetie.
Секунду, милый. Григорий теперь.
Hello? Sam, I told you I
Я
don't want to sleep
лягушонком
right now.
играю. О, там что-то.
I wonder what he saw,
Что это? Уточки, уточки,
what his
уточки.
world was like.
Эй, уточки, стой! Дай последнюю утку. Эй, дай утку. Да ты что такое вредное, дай утку. А,
He reminded me
Yes.
so much of Calvin,
прекрасно просто.
lost in his imagination.
На-на-на-най. На-на-на-на-най. На-на-на-на-най.
Whatever it was he saw,
Ох. Подкидывал. Что дальше? Ага.
it sure
Киток.
made him happy.
Кита нафиг уронили. Ох, ёлканый бабай, что тут играет. Ты давай вырубайте вы мне эту херню. О, блин. Давай кита переворачиваем. Во. На.
I know how silly it sounds.
Кто там был? Опять кита. Нет, кит вроде плавает.
That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Что происходит?
Sorry about that, Gregory.
А,
I
понятно.
know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us
Во-во-во. Дай
about
вот
the
эту.
world he saw.
Давай. Блин, там кто-то плавает, дай уточку.
Hey, there's so much I don't understand about
О,
Gregory.
бляха. Ты видал
About
это?
everything.
Что это такое? Можно букву? Нет, нельзя. Капец, вот это
But I
да.
know what happened wasn't your fault.
Уху.
I'm sure
Веселуха,
he's happy.
естественно.
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck,
Uh-huh.
Kay. Love, Sam.
Понятно. Ага. Малыш. Ну хорошо. Сохранились. Следующий.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father
Oh,
never hit us
I
kids,
gotcha.
at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Так. Уху-ху. Понятно.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I remember.
Husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Прикольно. Змейки. Там свадьба идет. Или что? Ух. Так, там вот кто-то стоит. Так. Управлять, конечно, не тяжело. Что от меня хотят еще? О!
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Факел показывает тут.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Дождь погнал. Так. А, вон вижу буквы.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Капец. Так. Что дальше? Погнали. Здесь ничего нету. А, нет, вот вон, вижу. Ёпал.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Обалдеть. Ага, вижу. Офигеть.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Ясно.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Так, сохранение папера. Значит, нам сюда. Так, уютная комнатка.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Понятно.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Угу. Понятно. Так.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Ну да. В принципе.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Дом, конечно, здоровый. Ничего не скажешь. Офигенный дом. Так, следующий кто у нас здесь?
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Походу детская еще, да? Что так оформлено. Очень классно. Походу детская или
But it didn't last.
школа. Библиотека. Возможно. Неизвестно. Что это? Храм, может. Ого.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday,
Так, сохранение
when Edie
свободы.
gave him a castle.
Прикольная башня. Естественно, да. Вид вообще шикарный отсюда. Так, этот домик закрытый. Через окно только можно пройти. Так понимаю. Ну, через окно, так, через... Так, сохранение.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Походу. Ну, вот такая вот. Телега. Ага. Вот и король. Стол короля. Ну, давай. Его историю узнаем.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Ага. Прикольно. Так, дверь какая-то, что ли, похоже? Да, дверь. Он зашел в нее. И все. Вот он,
I
король.
was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Да. Сохранение сработало. А двери нету здесь. Ну, на этом и все. Всем пока.